A one-year-old's birthday party has turned to tragedy with a father and son stabbed to death in a street fight in Melbourne's southeast. The Clyde North celebration is now a double murder probe as police plead for help to track down the killers.
Tears tell of the toll. A father and son killed outside a one-year-old's birthday party. The two victims are Carl Gruber-Terrick and his dad, Carl Sr.
It's tragic. You could just imagine how that family feels now. It should have been a great celebration, but it's just a dreadful ending.
The party escalated into a brawl that spread onto the street. Around 20 people were involved. The two men stabbed during the fighting. Both men died. Police aren't sure if there was one killer or two.
I was just consoling the younger girl that was throwing herself at the body just to try and... The police were going to forcefully remove her away.
Neighbours traumatised by the confronting scene.
This is a neighbour, we have family, wife, kids. We are living here. It's never happened here.
Really, it's safe like here at night, but now I feel really it's scary.
Forensic investigators gathering evidence that might tell them if there was one murder weapon used or multiple. A nearby car park searched by the SES where witnesses saw people running. The two men who were killed didn't live here. They were visiting for last night's party. And police don't believe the people responsible for their deaths were gate crashing.
These people know who they are, and it's in the best interest, especially for this family, for them to contact us as soon as possible and just don't drag this out.
23-year-old Carl's footy club paying tribute, a true gentleman at the club who wore his heart on his sleeve and let his footy do the talking. Two lives brought to a violent end.
Good morning, thank you. A woman is in a critical condition in hospital this morning after an alleged domestic violence attack in Logan. Nine's Abby Guerin is at the Royal Brisbane and Women's Hospital, and Abby, police have now laid charges over the incident.
Good morning to you, Sarah. Police have charged a 36-year-old man with attempted murder, common assault and breaching a domestic violence order. He is accused of setting the victim, a woman in her 30s, on fire with a lighter at a home in Kingston, which is in the Logan area south of Brisbane, yesterday morning. I have spoken with nearby residents there. They've told me that it was neighbours who heard this woman's screams and were first on that very confronting scene. She was brought here to the Royal Brisbane and Women's Hospital with life-threatening injuries, and we do understand that that's where she remains this morning as doctors work to treat her severe burns. As for her alleged attacker, well, police say that they arrested him a short time after the attack in a nearby park. We did see them set up a number of crime scenes there yesterday afternoon. They were searching alongside SES volunteers, looking to gather any evidence that they could, because, Sarah, this man will face court tomorrow.
Just awful. Abby, thank you. And if you or someone you know needs help, you can...
A record number of millionaires have left Britain since Keir Starmer came to power, and more may be thinking of following them. The millionaire exodus is a fallout of the Labour government's tax plans and concerns over their impact on the economy. Last year, Britain lost a net 10,800 millionaires. That was a 157% increase from 2023. The millionaires are leaving mainly to European countries like Italy and Switzerland. Their flock includes 78 centimillionaires, which means individuals with liquid investable wealth of $100 million or more, and 12 billionaires. UK's millionaires are upset with the Labour government's plan to end the non-dom regime, a tax sheltering scheme that benefits high net worth individuals to seek residency in the country. The move to abolish the tax exemptions to the non-doms is expected to raise $2.7 billion annually, but the economy could end up losing over $1 billion due to the loss of its wealthy residents or individuals. Entrepreneurs are also leaving UK in droves. While the demand for advice on relocation has surged, British business owners are citing the budget announcements as a key reason. The Adam Smith Institute warned that the tax reforms could shrink the economy by $2 billion by the year 2035, leading to job losses and lower tax revenues. The Treasury is, however, defending the reforms, but the trend of wealthy Britons seeking alternative citizenship and residency is continuing.
At least 70 people were killed and several others were injured after a fuel tanker exploded in northern Nigeria. Nigeria's Federal Road Safety Corps, the FRSC, said that the fuel tanker capsized and the resulting spillage of oil triggered the explosion. It further stated that majority of the local residents were killed when they were trying to scoop up the petrol that got spilled over after the truck overturned. Authorities in Nigeria said that firefighters have managed to douse the fire. The latest incident comes after 170 people were killed in a similar explosion that took place in the country's Jigawa district back in October last year. And for the latest on this, our correspondent Louisa Olani has shared this report from Lagos. Take a look.
The recurring action of Nigerians resorting to scooping fuel in cases of fuel tanker accidents have once again led to another tragedy, as over 70 persons have been confirmed dead in a petrol tanker explosion in Niger State, north-central Nigeria. The Saturday morning tragic incident at Diko Maje Road in Suleja local government area sent shockwaves through the community, leaving families in grief. Witnesses described scenes of chaos as flames engulfed the area, claiming lives with people burnt beyond recognition and leaving many injured. As authorities continue to work tirelessly to assist survivors and secure the area, the unfortunate incident has once again highlighted the dangers associated with fuel transportation in densely populated areas, the responsibility of residents to give priority to their safety when petrol tanker trucks are involved in accident, and more importantly, the need for more professional approach by officials at responding to emergency situations. From Lagos, Nigeria, Louisa Olani, we on World is One.
Ти його з собою забираєш?
Да.
Головне, Турбіка забрали.
Забрали?
Да, да.
А скільки років ви тут живете?
7.
Разобраться в этом. Вы должны нам помочь, да. То есть я вас прошу, чтобы вы мне помогли.
Хорошо, поможем. Чем вам помочь? Ну, у вас, как у родителя, есть еще обязанность по воспитанию ребенка, нормальному содержанию, обучению своего ребенка, обеспечению безопасности его. Вы этим сейчас пренебрегаете. Собирайте деток, мы будем с вами ехать. Берите паспорт.
Муж потом к вам приедет.
Либо он потом доедет.
Нет, ну мы поедем в своей машине.
Хорошо, собирайтесь, уезжайте.
Хорошо.
Нікуди не поїду. Я нікуди не поїду, у нас нормально. Ми нормально, ми не виживаємо, ми живемо. Не лякайтеся, це нормально. Якраз дрон. Дрон полетів.
А сумки чиї там?
То другой автобус.
Людей просто ні за що виїжджати. А так, щоб це саме, кудись приткнутися на теплу хату. А обстріли страшні йдуть. Круглосуточно. А эта ночь так вообще была дико ужасная.
Це одна з центральних вулиць Покровська. Поруч площа і церква. Будинки поруйновані важкою артилерією просто вщент.
Вже не можуть.
Meanwhile, farmers from the bordering areas of West Bengal and Bangladesh clashed at the Sukhdepur border ousted in Malda district. This incident occurred when some Indian farmers had gone to their fields near the international border. It was at the same border outpost where disturbance occurred between the Border Security Force and Border Guard Bangladesh over fencing a few days ago. A press statement issued by South Bengal Frontier of the BSF said that Indian farmers accused Bangladeshi farmers working in the fields across the border of stealing the crop, due to which an argument started between the farmers of both the countries. The incident took a serious turn when farmers from both sides started gathering in large numbers and started abusing and pelting stones at each other. As soon as the incident came to light, BSF and BGB jawans reached the spot and brought the situation under control. The ruckus continued for some time, but there was no report of anyone being injured. The BSF said that it advised Indian farmers to stay away from such disputes and asked them to inform BSF in case of any such problem. BGB also played a positive role in controlling the situation and immediately took necessary action in its area to prevent the situation from worsening. The statement added that the BSF and the BGB unit commandants of the concerned area were also trying to establish better coordination among themselves.
At least 44 Pakistani nationals are among the dead after a boat carrying illegal migrants headed for Spain capsized in the Atlantic off Africa. This is the second big case of its kind in the last month involving Pakistanis fleeing their country in a desperate search for a better life in Europe. The boat carrying 80 people had been stuck in the middle of the ocean for 13 days before the rescue began. According to reports, it eventually capsized near the Moroccan port of Dakhla. 36 people were rescued, 44, including women and children, drowned. Migrants traveling from Pakistan to Spain typically attempt the journey by sea. The journey from Pakistan to Spain by the sea route takes them from Karachi to the port of Barcelona. Mauritania and West Africa and the Canary Islands are typically places they break this journey. It's a journey of nearly 9,500 kilometers. They are facilitated by agents and human traffickers who live off a desperation among large groups of Pakistanis who fled home. Rising troubles and a falling quality of life there means that they are willing to risk it all for a better life. Reports suggest a record 10,457 migrants, or 30 people a day, died trying to reach Spain in 2024. Most migrants die while attempting to cross the Atlantic route from West African countries such as Mauritania and Senegal to the Canary Islands. Another route for Pakistani nationals fleeing home is through Middle Eastern countries to reach the North African coast. Here they board dangerously small boats to cross the Mediterranean to Spain. The Morocco boat tragedy comes a month after at least 40 Pakistanis lost their lives near Greece in December last year. Although 36 Pakistanis were rescued, the rest are still missing, presumed dead. In 2023, another boat carrying illegal migrants sank around Greece, resulting in the death of 262 Pakistanis. Then too, authorities had vowed a strong response against agents involved in human trafficking. In the rising number of such incidents, what it boils down to is desperation to get away. These are Pakistan's deaths of despair.
Donald Trump has hosted at a glitzy fireworks show at one of his golf clubs as he prepares for his inauguration. It came after thousands of people protested against the man who, in less than 2 days, will be America's 47th president.
Donald Trump has promised to return with a bang. He's vowed a golden age. Tonight, the soon-to-be president with wife Melania for a spectacular light show at his golf club outside Washington, D.C. Inside, in the company of billionaire Jeff Bezos, he was serenaded by an Elvis impersonator. But on the streets of America's capital, plenty of suspicious minds.
Not going back!
The People's March, smaller than 8 years ago, this crowd still vocal in their opposition.
All of it. It's all a big mess.
I don't know that this country is ready for a felon-in-chief.
Watching those who helped return Donald Trump to the White House.
They have the right to do all of this stuff, but it's stupid. You know?
Why?
I mean, why is your biggest issue having to drive to another state to kill your own child? That's wrong.
Thank you, sister.
Donald Trump may very well have won the support of the majority of voters at November's election, but if anything, this crowd is a sign this country is still the disunited States of America. But the scaled-back inauguration means many who travelled to witness history will be locked out.
I really was so excited to see him come here, but we came from Alabama.
Already, Donald Trump has plans to get to work with a major immigration crackdown, raids in New York City and Chicago.
One of many of those promises is launching the largest mass deportation operation in American history.
At the US-Mexico border, barriers are going up.
This is not a place where you're going to be welcomed with open arms.
Welcome to Trump 2.0. The show is about to begin. In Washington, D.C., Jonathan Kersley, 9 News.
And very soon we'll begin the largest deportation operation in American history, larger, even larger than President Dwight Eisenhower, who has the record right now. And we're going to end the Biden war on American energy and unleash our energy resources to quickly defeat inflation and achieve the lowest cost of energy and electricity on earth. And we're going to be using our emergency powers to allow countries and entrepreneurs and people with a lot of money build big plants, AI plants. We need double the energy that we already have, and it's going to end up being more than that. And we're going to slash the regulations, environmental regulations that are really put in there in order to stop progress in this country. We're going to also slash something else, the waste in our bloated federal bureaucracy. We will create the new Department of Government Efficiency, headed by a gentleman named Elon Musk, who's here someplace. I don't know where the hell he is.
You met with Donald Trump since the election?
Yeah, I had a chance to go have a long and actually quite intriguing dinner with him.
What did you discuss? What was intriguing?
Well, we touched on a lot of things. It was over 3 hours. To my surprise, it was, just he and I, his chief of staff, Susie Wiles, and the person who helps manage things for me, Larry Cohen. So the four of us sat there, and it was quite wide-ranging. Global health's the area that I work in, and such amazing things have happened and can happen there. I spoke a lot about HIV and that the foundation's literally working on a cure for that. We're at an early stage, and so he, in the COVID days, accelerated the vaccine innovation. So I was asking him if maybe the same kind of thing could be done here, and we both got, I think, pretty excited about that. We talked about polio, where we're very close to getting that done, but if you stop, it'll spread back. And so I explained why it's been tough in Pakistan, Afghanistan. We've had cases show up in Gaza. We have cases in Africa, and he was fascinated to hear what he could do to maximize the chance that during the next 4 years that incredible milestone will be achieved. I felt like he was, energized and, looking forward to helping to drive innovation. I was frankly impressed with how well he showed a lot of interest in the issues I brought up.
It's amazing. It's people are so friendly. I love it. And the message is love, so it's very good.
After taking bath, I really feel that all I feel is really good and full of positivity.
This is a very vibrant atmosphere where there are a lot of assembled great saints, and looking at them, it's a kind of an environment of enthusiasm. There's a lot of enthusiasm around, and taking bath in the Ganges is like really pacifying. I feel it feels light.
El ingeniero Rafael López Aliaga Cazorla, alcalde metropolitano de...
Se han recolocado el día de hoy las dos partes que conforman la nación peruana, en el monumento a Taulichusco y el monumento a Pizarro. La historia es una sola, hay que reconocernos como la nación mestiza que somos, más allá de odios y más allá de cualquier revisionismo que ya no es constructivo.
A este supuesto Pizarro para hacerle una celebración, un homenaje. Es una falta de respeto de este alcalde que se dice alcalde de Lima.